So it's on?
That's not it.
Okay. Just to let everybody know that there is an actual meeting of the planning board today, January the 4th, due to not having members enough for a quorum. But just in case notification didn't get out to anybody and everybody, we're here at Town Hall in case somebody comes in. So we can explain that.
Maybe I'll keep talking for
Okay, thank you.
a minute.
As I said, it really bothered me that somebody was just gonna come in and knock on a locked door. That's just not the way to do business.
If the meeting was scheduled and, supposed to at least have somebody here doing what you're doing is much appreciated, but I was also sure. No, was nobody else able to make it?
No. No. So one of the members is still on his extended vacation. I still haven't heard. I gather we do have a member who has just rescinded his membership. So I haven't heard directly from them, but hopefully, I'll hear something. So hopefully some citizens will step up and come in, and I gather there's not an application so much, but they could bring in a letter of intent or maybe, something that says why they'd love to be part of the planning board for Croydon. We have a lot of work to do. And the master plan is 40 years old. All of the subdivision and other planning regulations definitely need some updating. Bring everything up current. So there's so many things that just need some attention and housekeeping.
Yeah.
And that's above and beyond just the normal things that come in at every meeting. And as I, was speaking to the select board, we have a very active zoning board who is looking to update their regulations, and we had a lot of communication. And I don't want to lose all of that enthusiasm and have everything just fall off to the side. So hopefully we can pick up some more people and just continue on.
Pretty lively, right? Croydon's jumping tonight.
With the weather, are you kidding? And usually while we're sitting here in our meetings, there's traffic is going back and forth, and there's not even as much traffic as typical, so. What'd I miss at the budget hearing? I haven't had time to watch it yet.
Pretty straightforward, quick itemized, we have a quick, somewhat itemized list of, town expenditures, incoming funds, bridge, where it could be going in the next break, paying cash rate. Not really crazy out of the ordinary, pretty simple neighborhood. So everything went pretty smoothly last night.
No crazy expenditures, that's a good thing.
I think the majority of things, as far as differences from last year, most of it was within a couple thousand. It's on par with the inflation rate. Yes.
Yeah, nothing you can do about the inflation rate. Now, they run
Might
a,
be complain about it, but I mean, it's not gonna change again.
we all complain about it. They work so hard, all of the work that they do behind the scenes is just, it's forgotten. People just don't see all the time that is spent, the budgets and spent on the DRA websites and pulling all of that information together. It's not a lot.
Definitely behind the scenes, kind of,
Lot.
should be able to.
It's a very exciting meeting.
Keeping it to a goal, or it's kind of tough sometimes.
Hello.
Is anyone here?
It's us.
Is this something?
It is.
In the camera? Okay. Well, hello, I'm Chris.
This, hi, Kim Burkhammer. Nice to meet you.
This is. So, yeah. Just here to discuss interest in the position.
Okay.
I mean, I guess as I understand it, there's no, it's just you and Joe and then another member who's out of town or something. Is that right? Okay. So, yeah.
So, yeah. So I know that you have the little brewery right down here.
Yeah.
Allen Brewery.
Yeah. So that's what, I mean, I have some experience from that doing, I mean, that there's federal and state permitting process and all that. And then, ongoing, not really specifically to this, but I mean, there's ongoing reports, tax filings and things with that. So I have some familiarity with like navigating the RSAs. For those things. And then before we moved here, I was out in Washington State, and I worked for a while at the Port Authority there, which is a county organization, in the project management, I guess, department. So I was more involved on maybe the other side of some of this stuff, but that, more in a big city atmosphere, but like more assisting with developing applications and drawings and blah, 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 and submitting them for review to the city there. And then also meeting with, we had a project with multiple, the state DOT and like railroad, private railroad company, and the port and like private companies going. So I was involved with some of that coordination. Yeah, and then before that, I was a submarine officer. So, I mean, that's kind of not directly applicable, but I've had a lot of experience with, rules and regulations and procedures. So yeah, I guess that's why I'm interested, because I feel like I have some experience that could be applicable. It seems like the town needs someone.
Okay. So what do you know about the planning board?
Well, I've been to a few meetings and I've done some of the virtual, watched some of the videos. I mean, and I've been looking through the RSAs and the planning board. There's like a planning board handbook from, I don't know, one of the state organizations. So as I understand it, part of it is like the bigger picture master plan type vision for the town. And then the other part is I don't know, I guess more specific decision making for requests that people have. I mean, I'm a little unclear. I understand the organization of the planning board here in this town, because it obviously talks about like the different possibilities depending on how the government is organized. But I'm not as keyed in currently with like the zoning board. I know there's a lot of like hand-in-hand work. And yeah, I mean, I've reviewed some of the stuff back when we were starting the brewery, in terms of like the zoning and that sort of thing, to see what was, what the status was of the town was. But otherwise, yeah, I guess that's I'm not really keyed into any specific like decisions that will be made. I know like the big thing is the overhaul master plan that you guys have been working on. So I guess that's kind of my knowledge at this point.
So we deal a lot with subdivision regulations and the subdivision of land, driveways, where the drivers are going to come in and we go out to the road agent. We're working hand in hand. The zoning board is our appeals board, so if someone is determines that they are not content with a decision that's made, they will go to the zoning board of appeals. But also the zoning ordinance, if there's going to be a change made to it, they come and bring it to the planning board, and the planning board then brings it to the select board. So all three of the boards kind of work together hand in hand. Right now, we've got a very good zoning board. We're working with them to do some definite housekeeping and cleanup. The zoning regs are basically as old as the master plan, about 40 years old. So there's a lot of updating and research and writing and things that just need to be cleaned up and fixed up and
Fun stuff.
the meetings are night meetings,
Yeah.
first Wednesday of the month, and then just different working meetings.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty flexible. I'm more like 7 p.m. is better timing for me than earlier because I've had 2 small kids. So that way I can get part of the process done. But then usually I'm pretty available. Yeah, I mean, even through the summer and stuff, the brewery is mostly daytime. When we're open, it's done early in the day. So I don't think there'd be any major issues with scheduling.
Will you be able to commit to at least a year?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know what I guess I wouldn't know how this would fit in, like whether it be normal or not in terms of the appointment process, or if it's still kind of a just weird situation.
So I'm not sure if what the board would do. What I'm doing is collecting people who are interested.
Yeah.
I would ask you to write a little letter of intent, of your interest, the fact that you would like to serve on the board. I think, and I'm not certain of it because I haven't been able to find anything back in the files and how they do it, that the appointment would be to fill the term of the person who stepped down. So I'm not sure when his term ended or would end.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's where the appointment would be or if they would appoint you to serve for a term limit of a year and then because we stagger them so that we don't have everybody all of a sudden, the board's done because everybody's term limit is gone and everybody can step away.
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
But I can find that out.
Okay.
I'm just going to take these to the select board at the meeting next Tuesday. I mean, it's a budget meeting. It's going to be a fairly long meeting. I can pop up and get 5-10 minutes, at the very end and drop the letters off and just say, we have these people who are interested.
Sure.
We have a 5-member board. We're down to 3. So we have 2 spots to be filled.
Okay. Well, I can write something up and get it to you. I guess if you have an email or something.
that to you right now, yeah. That's gonna be the fastest and easiest.
Sure. All right. Sounds
Can you
good.
read it?
I think so. I hope so.
If not, Ed can get it too. Get
Okay,
it.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I guess I don't have any more questions, unless you have more for me.
No, if you have any for me,
No, I mean, I will probably maybe I'll email you or something I'll probably take a look at the last few videos, just, more specific questions I have about the status or anything. Because I don't know if you're I assume the board's, I mean, the thing I read kind of made it a little, I'd have to reread through the specifics in terms of like what things have to be approved at the town meeting and what don't. It made it sound like the zoning changes do, maybe
zoning
not as much
goes
as
to
the.
warrant, yep.
So I assume there's kind of a hurry up to try to get some things going through that process.
We've missed that vote.
Okay,
Yeah, so all of the things that we had been working for, and we're going to present at town meeting, we've missed that window
Okay.
because we have to have 2 public hearings as
Yeah.
a board. And
you can't do
yeah,
that.
it's.
And
beyond
as
that.
I understand, that's like the 10-day
You have
advertising and, okay,
14, yeah, 14 days, and then you have a 10-day, then you have another 14 days. So it's just not going to happen this year.
yeah,
Once we get a full board, we can find out if it's something we want to continue on and have a special town meeting, but
yeah,
that incurs a cost, and it's not something just to do.
sure,
So, it's something to have a full zoning planning board meeting and talk to the selectmen. But again, that would be for the future.
sure.
But we have a good starting point. We have quite a bit done. We can continue to work with what we've got. We can have several public hearings just to go over housekeeping issues and start working on the master plan and go from there. But we've definitely missed much more.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah,
Okay,
you just roll with it and continue on.
yeah. Okay. No, I think that's, like I said, I'll take a look at I think I was here in October or November, so I'll have to check if I missed anything.
And then if you do, you're interested and I'll talk to my other 2 members, one of them to call them central time on the phone. I have links to the Office of Strategic Planning, so you can take some different online little courses. They're wonderful little courses that help. They're very, very helpful.
Good. And should the letter be addressed to you or to the planning board or to the select board?
That is select board.
Okay.
They're the ones who are gonna appoint you.
Okay. All right, well, that's fine with me. I'll get that over to you.
Excellent.
Great, well, thanks.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Actually, really meet you besides. seeing
Yeah,
you in
everything's been a little hectic the last few weeks. Kids sick and all that. So. Well, I'm sure you want to get out of here. Unless someone else.
No, I'm here till 7:30 in case any other business shows up.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Thanks for showing up and
Yeah.
coming by. Okay.
I'll add it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just one interesting part.
Yep. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you want to try it out?
Nope.
Staring me down.
I'm looking at the camera.
I'm in the building.
I don't know if anybody else is gonna show up or not.
I wouldn't think so by this point. I guess another 4 minutes and then we'll make a break meeting.
Nope. I figured 7 to 7:30. If any legitimate business showed up, anybody came in that wanted to put in an application. I appreciate you showing up on Saturday. Empty City Hall.
I've done worse. I've done work more today. I don't know if any of them really make me jump up for excitement. Somebody might as well be here to see what happens. And like you said, I kind of want to see if anybody could show up.
Yeah. Well, that was just, I just didn't want somebody to show up and not have someone here. There needed to be a representative here. That just bothered me to think that there wouldn't be.
So you didn't sign it. You didn't sign it.
Nope.
That come from higher up.
I don't know who did it. I took the sign down.
Got it.
It's right there. So I understand there can't be a meeting because there's not a quorum, but I want to be able to tell people. I don't want them to just walk up and see a notice on the door.
I mean, you're acting chair, correct? Or you're-
Yes, I
you're
am.
chairperson.
I'm interim chairperson.
Okay. So it's your decision anyway, correct?
That's right.
Fair. Fair.
Of all the people that we have left, the ex officio member cannot be a chairperson.
Yeah.
Our other person is on vacation.
Yeah.
You got me.
Well, we're gonna do a little bit. I'm good with it.
I don't want to be the chair. I want to be the worker bee. That's what I do. I work. Having to sit there and, conduct the meeting, you can't get stuff done. But we need to be able to work, so I definitely will be interim chair until we can get a quorum, and then they can all vote me out.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, Kim. They might just write you off on that.
I actually think they're gonna want me to work more than they're gonna want me to be chair.
Oh. I got 7:30, if you wanna call
Yeah, we're done.
All right.